Morning guys, how you all doing? Beautiful sunny day today after all the wind and the rain and the snow and the sleet and everything yesterday. So I've got some human massages in the therapy room later, which is cool. I'm just down with the horses out in the field. I was just considering getting Buddy in and doing some work. And then I thought maybe just spending time here with Fuzzy would do us all some good. So I was deciding whether to take their rugs off or not, and then the wind blows and the wind is still bloody freezing cold. So I couldn't really decide what to do. And then it's always a really nice time for me actually when I come round and I just pick up the poos and I just say good morning to everybody or whatever else I need to do. Fuzzy's actually just wishing that I just shut up and just stay still, because that's often what I do, is I just come into stillness, come into the now, and then before I know it they'll all be dropping down around me. Here's apple pie over here at the minute. Buddy's over there, Ginger Buddy's just there. It's a lovely time for me just to say hello to the horses and be with them. So I used to take picking up poo as being like a real chore, and I used to rush and try and do it, and then I actually realised that if I've got to do this every single bloody day, I've got to start to enjoy it really. So, you know, there's no real topic to today's video, other than I just wanted to say hi in a different area than being in the office, and just to see if anything came up really. So, as I say, a lot of the time here when I'm just in the field with Fuzzy, or with any of them, we just get to this relaxed state and I focus a little bit on my breathing. I focus a little bit on where my feet are on the planet and what that means. And before you know it, you end up having a little gathering. Here comes the shark. I don't know if you're seeing him in my camera or not. And by the time I've kind of focused on my breathing, I say focus, I just become aware of my breathing and become aware of my feet and things like this. Hi bud. Oi, don't be so silly. Oh, don't be so silly. Leave him alone. He was only coming to say hello. Not had that reaction before. She's such an idiot. Perhaps she's coming into season. I know Fuzzy does like to have her time on her own, but that was a bit extreme, wasn't it? You're a fucking idiot, aren't you? So she's never had that reaction before. It's just ridiculous, but it's probably because, look what she does with her foot. It's probably because, oh, she tries to mug me with this foot. Look, she just wraps it round me. Because I wasn't so in the moment. If she'd have been asleep and I'd have been relaxed, then it's amazing actually, as soon as you put the camera on or start thinking about other things or thinking about what you should be thinking about, they completely change. I have shared these moments before, mainly on my Facebook page, not on YouTube. But I've never spoken. I've just been in the field and just been recording, not actually speaking. I don't know why I should have just screamed like that. That's silly. You're feeling spoiled, huh? She's very tired. I guess sometimes she just wants to be to herself. See, she was my first homebred. So, you know, we're quite attached. Beautifully made, very well put together. Half brother to Wessex starring role, if you know that stallion. Half sister, I should say. She's the sister. Wessex starring role is her half brother. By future role, a mare that I had over from Ireland, who came over as a 3-year-old. We used to have a lot of chestnut mares come over from Ireland, and this particular one, I'd never meant to keep her. She was very drafty, and I preferred the thoroughbred finer types. And so this is the story now of how I actually got to have Fuzzy's mum. We took her to a show just to travel in the lorry, just to see what she'd be like while I was out riding another horse. And the horse that I got off the lorry to ride realised he was lame, just not quite right, not sure why. So this mare, who I hadn't even ridden yet, so we just took her out to see what she'd travel like, really. We then put her, all I had was a double bridle, so slapped her in a double, threw this saddle on her. It was a working hunter, show hunter, not thinking she, and is it club horse or ridden horse or something like this. Anyway, she went in the bloody ring. I couldn't believe how she jumped these jumps. Bloody brilliant mare, honestly. The Irish horses back then were just so good. Anyway, she won everything hands down. And from then on, she started to catch my eye a little bit more, because otherwise to me she was just a plain bloody, you know, chestnut mare, Irish draft horse. Anyway, I ended up having her from that age, 3 or 4 years old, until she was 24. And had 3, or I say 4 foals actually, 3 of them. One foal she was just out on loan, and so they kept that foal, and the other foals. This little one was the first one, and I'd never planned to keep her. I always thought that I would keep the second or the third. I think Buddy's going to go down now. You can just see that. Can you see him? So that's what usually would happen, is that Fuzzy would be down, or someone would be down, and then somebody else would come down, and they all just drop like flies. So why she behaved like that this morning, I don't know. Anyway, he's still eating. Can you see him? He's still fucking eating. If you can see that or not. Yeah, so this little mare here, Fuzzy, she was not supposed to be the first, because say she went to future role, her mum did, and I knew that this foal was going to be quite small. I thought that she might come out black, or she might be black, but no, the chestnut colour bloody overruled. But as soon as she popped out, she was so much like her mum. Same little star, just spitting image. And I thought, actually, no, I'm going to take this and keep her, which I think is quite good sometimes. The first foal I find is usually the most compact and just very, very well put together. I think as the mares go on, foal after foal, I don't know if there's more space in the tummy or whatever. Does that sound bonkers? But the foals come out, they can be all sorts of shapes and sizes of the first foal. You can usually tell what a first foal is. So anyway, so let's just go over and see our Buddy, see if he doesn't mind us sitting with him for a minute. I'm sure he won't squeal. Actually, I'm not going to sit down because my arse is going to get wet. No, I'll just sit on my knees. I can't actually see the camera. There he is. can't see the camera because the sun is actually so bright now. Where's his head? Oh, there it is. Can't get the angle right. So yeah, it's a lovely little morning pootling around. So I was just going to go and get his gear on and start getting him to work, but hey, they're all just dropping like flies as the sun comes out and it gets warmer. So anyway guys, I'm going to go onwards now because it's just gone over 10 minutes and I just need to spend some quality time here with them on their own in the sunshine. So I hope you'll have a good day, and sorry today's video hasn't got much of a theme. It was quite nice just to be it's like, stop fucking yakking on that bloody screen thing that you carry around. This is fabulous because he'll be snoring. Can you see? There's his head. And he is completely flat out now, look. And this is what he does. He does this, so he's completely flat out. When he first used to do this, so it would be 11 o'clock till the clock's changed, but it's almost bang on to time when he does it. And when I not had him very long, I was like, oh my god, what's the matter with that horse? And you go right up to him and it's like, will you wake up? And then suddenly he's like, what the hell, I was sleeping, leave me alone. So he'll be snoring away now, about 20 minutes, which is wonderful, isn't it? So I might just sit here and sunbathe with them, but I won't continue to take up your time guys. So we've gone over 10 minutes now, so I will get on doing whatever I want to do. If I just continue to do some of the mindful touch stuff here, or what I'll be doing, I don't know. I just think what a wonderful world we're in. There's Ginger Belly over here somewhere. Make you go too dizzy. Where's Ginger Belly? She is here. Just don't know if you can see her. Oh, I don't know. Bloody, I can't. Oh, there she is. Can't see the screen because of the sunshine. I don't know if you can hear him snoring or not. Now, there's something very magical about when, for the horse, I mean, for when a horse falls asleep. Because it's not only to do with him trusting you enough that he can fall asleep at your feet, but the magic for the horse is when he wakes up and you're still there. So this might take 20 minutes or more. You're welcome to stay with me if you want. I might as well just keep recording until the battery goes flat, but I'm not going to sit. I might end up taking my coat off and sitting down, but the grass is wet. I've already got a wet bum from when I was sitting with Fuzzy. But yeah, I don't know why Fuzzy squealed like that, but that is typical her in a way. It's just that unpredictable. I don't even think she knows why she does some things sometimes. She's just like that, just the way she is. I think if I'd have kept the second or third foal, I might have had something with a little bit of a better brain. I think that's the other detriment of a first foal. Although they might look great, if it's a mare's first foal, she's very, very protective, and usually like, oh, that's my baby, don't touch her, you know, very much like that. And I think it gives the foal a little bit of an air of insecurity about what the world is about, where a mare's second or third foal, they take it a lot more in their stride, and I think you get a better personality. I mean, that's general, it's just what I seem to have come to a conclusion of. So I got the good looking mare. Hi darling, you're all right, nicely. Look at his chin. So I got the good looking mare, but her brain was never really up to the job, if we're honest. And so sometimes when I try to talk about the mindful touch, it can seem very detached from anything that we already know as equestrians. But after the last video, we kind of came to the conclusion, as I was trying to explain to you, that actually it's about building that harmonious relationship. The horses love to be in harmony, they live in harmony, it's, naturally the way they are. Of course, if we can be in that harmony with them and learn that, then we have learned how to communicate with them. And some people, especially from a competitive background, I'd have never sat here in a field before and just have been, just being with them, communicating and blah blah blah. But without those clear communications, then how can we start to communicate with them when we're on their back, for instance, or want to get some work going with them if our communication isn't open? So this to me is obviously I'm talking to you now. I'm not having really any dialogue with him. But to me this is huge in communication. I'm going to get a very wet bum now, so I've actually just sat down on my bum. I see a little ginger belly over there. So as I say, I will sit here Just start to watch my breathing, taking note of my breathing. And as I'm doing that, I will start to think about relaxing my feet, my ankles, feeling my legs, and my knees. Feeling any tension I might have around my hips, lower back, and just breathing a little bit more into those areas where I feel any degree of tension. Coming up my back to my chest, checking my breathing there again, releasing any tension through my shoulders and across the top of my back and into my neck. Feeling the energy down my arms, into my wrists, breathing into there again. Relaxing my hands. Breathing there, up my neck, feeling the vertebrae of my spine as it reaches my skull. And breathing just steadily with a soft gaze. Just letting any thoughts that come in, let them come in. Observe the thoughts and let them go. Be aware of your breath, not controlling the breath at all. Just allowing yourself to just be in this moment with no judgment. I carry no concern of anything past. We have no care to give any consideration to anything else but this moment. we hold this moment, in this time, in this space. A moment of no reflection. A moment of no intention other than to just be here and now. To enjoy the breath. And when you start to feel ready, we just invite the body to use its power to gently use the breath to waken our senses some more. When you're ready, let your breath come deep to the solar plexus, or the dantian as you may know it. And allow that fresh breath and feeling of calm to radiate from the centre of your body outwards as your energy starts to increase. Take a moment to use a couple of breaths to bring your body more into the awareness of now. You can lighten your gaze or lift your gaze. And if you want to just rub your hands together, create some warmth in the palm of your hands and put your hands over your eyes and start to rub your face a little. And see how you feel. So that was just a very quick kind of meditation that I do, or something similar to that I do when I'm with the horses. I've actually got very wet bottoms sitting here. The sacrifices we make to Pretty in tune with our horses, huh? So I'm going to go now, guys. Thank you so much for sharing this morning with me. It's a good half-hour video, so thank you for still being here. I hope you enjoy the sound of Buddy snoring. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Thanks for being here. Onwards.